Gasoline direct injection has become the fuel system of choice for many modern vehicles. And at ConsuLab, we've developed a product just for looking inside the components to see how it really works, to see the components located in the cylinder head in the system, and be able to demonstrate it to your students. So we developed a Cutaway cylinder head specifically for teaching GDI that also has the piston down below. And today I'm going to show you all the different things that we can demonstrate to your students using this trainer. So here we have really the heart of the GDI system, which is the high pressure fuel pump. So we have it cut away, and using a ratchet you can rotate the camshafts and you can see how the pump is engaged by the camshaft and the lobe on the end of the camshaft. And this cylinder head has dual camshafts and dual camshaft phasers to change the cam timing. And we can see them here, and we also have the variable cam timing actuator. Now here we have really where the action happens, because we can see the intake valves. We can see that there's no fuel injector or no fuel coming in through the intake with the intake valves. But we can see down in here the pintle of the GDI injector. We can see the GDI injector all cut away. And we can see how that is oriented with the piston. And we can see the pre-combustion chamber, pseudo pre-combustion chamber, the little area here on the top of the piston that lines up directly with the GDI injector. Another feature that we have on the trainer is we can see here the cutaway on the camshaft, and we can see the oil passages for the variable cam timing solenoid and how the oil gets through to the cam phasers. High pressure fuel comes out of the pump, enters into the high pressure fuel rail here, goes across to all the injectors. We have a pressure sensor here that would capture the pressure and give that to the computer. We can see the 4 different injectors that go directly into the cylinders. We can see that here. And all of that's been cut away, and including the injector here, so you can see and demonstrate that to your students in detail. So we can see that this has 2 different cam sensors, one on the intake cam, one on the exhaust cam. Then we can see actually the wheel here on the end of the camshaft. So if I turn that, you can see in here the tone wheel for the cam sensor. We've cut away the pump, and we've even cut away the dampener for the pump. And using a flashlight, you can see the different ports, and you can identify where the fuel flows in, both from the in, the high pressure out, and each of the individual ports for the high pressure fuel pump. We also have the control solenoid here that's going to be able to control the amount of fuel pressure generated by the pump. There are plenty of advantages to the product. Having the frame designed in this way, we can set the cylinder head on any of its 6 sides in a very safe manner, which is very difficult to do with a normal cylinder head. So just imagine you're showing your students a specific component, or even just a piston, and trying to show how that lines up with the injector. Or you want to show them, even small details like how you can theoretically clock your spark plugs. I mean, just seeing where the spark plugs are, the valves, you can see the coolant passages, you can see the oil passages. All the components are very, very accessible and easy. So you can turn this around, talk about the exhaust side, talk about the high pressure fuel pump, the cam sensor, the special cam lobe for the high pressure fuel pump. We can look here at all the valve train, the intake cam, the exhaust cam, the buckets, the shims, the valves themselves. Of course, we've got the timing chain. We've got a part of the PCV system here. We've got the cam sensors. We've got the intake ducts, the intake ports. We've got a partial cut of the valve cover itself. And then, of course, into the fuel rail section, the fuel injectors, and back around to the cylinder head deck. As you have seen, the ConsuLab EC-200-30 Cutaway GDI cylinder head can make your life easier as a teacher. It has all the components you need to teach your students how a GDI system works in a self-contained package. To find out more about our products, visit consulab.com, or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Thanks for watching.